Today we're going to learn how to do the Rubik's Cube in 1 minute. So, the first thing you have to do to solve the Rubik's Cube is you need to make the cross right here. So you need to look around, and if there's any ones there in the middle, either right here, right here, right here, or here, anywhere in it, you have to try to get them to the top so it's making a cross. So this is right here, so you have to think, I could move it like this, to move it up like that. Or I could move it like this and move it up like that. Either way makes a cross. And then you have to look for another one. So this one's right here. You just do the same thing because this white's right there. You can just go like this, go like this. Now there's another one that showed up because you can't put it right here or you'll not have that one there. So you have to move it. So you'll move it like this. So the white's right here. And then you'll move it up like that. So now you still have one more. So you will look for a white. So the white is right on the bottom. So if it's at the bottom, it's kind of easy. You'll just move it up like this to make the X. So you might want to practice that for a little while because you have to kind of be able to do that kind of fast. So the next step is to get all of these matching. So like this green one is matching, right? But this one is not matching and this one is not matching. So this blue you want to be right here where that orange is. This orange wants to be right here. So I'm going to move that here because there's nothing on the bottom that you need to worry about or anything else except for the two ones right here. Then all you have to do is you turn it down. So now the blue white is facing on the bottom, right? And then you turn that to here. So now when you turn it up, it's at the top and the orange is at the bottom. So you can just twist it to the orange side like that. Now you have the X cross and all the lines. The next step is to get all these corner pieces correct. So for example, this is green, this is red. You want the green and the red right here. So the green and the red is already there, but you want it to be facing the right way. So the green's on this side, the red's on that side, and the white's on the top. So in order to do that, you need to put it down so it isn't at the top. You'll twist it like this. So now it's right there in the middle spot. It still needs to be up here, so you move it back up, keeping this down here. Now, because this is the white for this is facing that direction, then you just move it down like this. So it's right here, and then you'll move it like that. So now they're in line. So when you move it up, it will be like this. So you do that with all of them. So this one is the same, so you'll just do the same step. This one is also the same. Now sometimes they aren't the same. If they aren't, then you can just repeat that step over and over again until it gets correct. So you'd be like up, and then do it again. And then you'd go like this. And then you'd go like this. If it's a couple times. But if it's like this, down on the side or side like this, then all you have to do is move it twice like this, putting it down right here. And then you just putting it down right there. And then you just move it like this. So now it's facing that way. And then you twist it like this. So now it's facing like this, and this is still like this. So when you move it up like this, you just do the step that you did for the other squares again. So now it's all matching. Okay, now once you've done that, you want to flip over the cube. So you flip it over, and now you want these to match with their correct ones, right? So how you do that is you want a blue and a red right here, right? So you have to find the one that's blue and red. In this case, it's at the top right here. It will normally be around here. If it's not, then you just do this step that I'm going to show you, and it'll be up here, and then you can just do it again. So you do it, the step is like this. Okay, now it's like this, right? Now you will do it with the orange and the green. Now, because this is on this and the orange is still facing. If the orange is this direction, if it was green right here, green was right here, then we would have it like this with green, orange. But because the orange is facing you, then you'll have it this direction. And because you want it to turn the opposite from the other way, you'll just do the steps opposite. Okay, now it's like this. So you do that with all of them. Here, you do it like this again. Okay, there's one more. Okay. Okay, now these are all matching. So now the next step is to get the cross. And the cross for mine is already solved. So I'm just going to unsolve it, so don't follow the steps so I can show you. Okay, now it's unsolved. It's like this. You want it, so this little piece right here, you want it to be facing like this, so it's like this. If it has just a dot, you can do this from anywhere, this step from anywhere. You go. Then you have a line. So you don't want it facing like this, you want it facing like this. So you have it like that and you do the exact same step. Okay, now you have the X. So now you want to align all of these. Like this, 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 this. Now all mine are aligned, but because I want to show you how, I'm going to do this step once and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay, now that I showed you the step, this is what this is like. So you want all these to be matching. This is supposed to be right here, so you have to change that. Now you can't do what you did at the beginning like this, because that will ruin what it is like. So you need to have the two ones right next to each other facing like this. Now if you don't have them two right next to each other and you're like apart, like right here and right here, then you just do this anywhere. And you might have to do it more than once. But if it's just like this, then you'll just do this once. Okay, now all these are in line. Okay, so now the next step is to get all the corners matching. Like this one green, orange, yellow. So in order to get that, you need to do this step. Now if there's none matching, you'll just do this anywhere on the cube. You might have to do it a couple more times. Normally it will take a couple tries, but for this time it only took one. Now you might be thinking, but this isn't matching. It isn't matching, but there's still the red, green, and yellow, which means it's good. And then this one also blue, orange, and yellow. So the next step is to fix these two. If you don't need to fix them, then you should be done with the whole thing. So after you do that, you flip the whole cube over, so it's like this, and then you go to one of the ones that isn't correct, and then you do this. Okay, now it doesn't look solved, but it will be once you do the second one. So you twist it to the second one. Now these ones are all solved, but now you have to do the second one that wasn't solved. Okay, now these are all solved, and now you just need to twist this. And then you have solved the cube. This is a little bit harder than a beginning level. It's for people who know roughly how to do the Rubik's Cube already. I will do videos on how to do the separate parts for beginners later in a different video. So that's how you solve a Rubik's Cube under a minute.